Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, founder of Function Pilates, located here in Tempe, Arizona, and today I'm working with Taylor. She is a current student going through the Function Pilates mat teacher training program, and Taylor has been practicing Pilates for about 2 years, primarily on the reformer. And her goals are to continue to build strength, create more muscle definition, and support her overall health and well-being through movement. So as always, before we jump into the workout, I like to take a look at posture and movement patterns because they tell us so much about where the body may need support. So one of the first things I noticed with Taylor is a fairly pronounced anterior pelvic tilt. So what this often tells us is that the hip flexors, particularly the psoas and the quadriceps, may be overactive and tight, while the glutes, hamstrings, and deeper abdominal muscles may not be contributing as much as they could. So because of that, throughout today's session, you're gonna hear me encourage Taylor to imprint her low back into the carriage at various points. This helps lengthen and decompress the lumbar spine while creating a deeper connection to the abdominals and posterior chain. So we'll be focusing on strengthening the glutes, hamstrings, and core while also bringing more balance to the front and back of the body. I also noticed that her left shoulder sits slightly more internally rotated than her right. So during footwork, you'll see me have her place her left hand on the peg. This isn't random. It's a simple strategy to help open the shoulder, improve awareness, and encourage better alignment throughout the upper body. So even though today's workout is geared toward intermediate level, I encourage you to pay attention to the cues and corrections I'm giving. The goal isn't just to exercise, it's to understand why we're choosing certain exercises and how they relate back to what we see in the body. So if you're interested in learning to assess movement and think like an instructor, our Function Pilates teacher training program is available both online and in person. And we currently offer in-person training in Tempe, Arizona and Bel Air, Maryland. Yes. So if you're wondering how we have a teacher training program available in Bel Air, Maryland, it's because we have a certified Function Pilates master trainer who now hosts and teaches the program there. So one of the things I love most about our model is the opportunity to expand the reach of Function Pilates while maintaining the same standards, education, and support that our students receive. So if becoming a master trainer and bringing the Function Pilates teacher training program to your community is something you've ever thought about, I'd love to connect and see if it might be a good fit for you. So whether you're looking to become an instructor, deepen your understanding of Pilates, or simply learn more about movement in the body, we'd love to help you on that journey. And don't forget to subscribe because every Wednesday I feature one of our active teacher training students so you can learn alongside them and see how Pilates is truly individualized to each person. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I'll see you back here next week for another student spotlight workout. So let's go ahead and get started into Taylor's workout today. I do want to start with a little bit of a stretch in your low back. So okay. I'm going to have you come over here and you're going to straddle the carriage. Okay, so go ahead and have a seat facing me, one leg on each side. Okay. And I'm going to adjust our spring tension down to just a medium and a light spring. So that's a red and a blue. Okay. And you're going to take your hands over to the foot bar. And I want you to allow your chest to come down towards the floor so you're pushing yourself away into straight arms here. And the reason why I want to start with this first is because of the more exaggerated anterior pelvic tilt in your low back. I just want to get a nice stretch here first, okay? Okay. So just drop your shoulders, take that, take the inhalation through your nose, allowing your ribs to expand. So if we think about our lateral intercostal breathing, remember, I'm gonna place my hands on your rib cage. I want you to think about breathing into my hands here as you expand the ribs, and as you exhale, beautiful, everything comes back together, it knits closely together. So inhaling into my hands, big breath, like just a nice lateral, and then exhale, everything cinches back together. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, expanding. And sometimes that hands-on approach is going to be really easy for the client to feel too. So they're like, oh, now I understand what you mean. And then exhale, bring it back in again. So again, drop those shoulders, lift your chest all the way up for me. Coming all the way in. And then let's just do a nice crisscross here with your legs. So we're gonna repeat this. And because you don't have that leverage on the floor, I'm gonna just drop it down to 1 medium. And you can scoot yourself up a little bit more just to get a deeper stretch here. So from here, same idea, you're gonna push out to 2 straight arms. You're gonna lower your chest down and we're gonna drop your shoulders. And is that as far as you can go?
Yeah.
It feels comfortable?
Yeah.
Where do you feel this?
I kind of feel it like in my right shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So mostly your right shoulder.
Yeah, and like up here going towards my neck.
Okay. Anything in your hips?
Yeah, kind of like the sides and the top part.
On both sides or more on your left side?
More on my left side.
Okay. Okay. It's good to know. Nice deep breath and just trying to allow gravity to drop you down a little further. We'll do 2 more breaths like this. So again, think of that lateral intercostal breathing as you inhale to expand your rib cage. And as you exhale, think about cinching through the ribs here. Again, 1 more time. Just allowing everything to drop and relax. And then let's go ahead and return yourself back in again. Okay, beautiful. So I'm gonna have you go ahead and lie down on your back.
Okay.
And then we'll get you into your footwork springs here. So we're gonna go 2 mediums and 1 heavy. That's 2 reds and a green on balanced body. And you're gonna take your feet up to the foot bar. So one thing I always like to check is like how is your positioning, which you do look good right now.
Okay.
When I'm looking at your neck and your head positioning.
Yeah.
But if you were doing this on your own practice, just a rule of thumb is to like look to the right to your shoulder block and then look to the left of your shoulder block. And if you feel like you're too close to one, you know that your alignment is a little off.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna start with heels on top of this foot bar, just like that. And you're gonna flex your feet, toes are up, knees in line with those hips. All right. From here, we're gonna go ahead and push out to 2 straight legs for me. Beautiful. Hold it right there. Okay, how's this weight feel?
It feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to think about resisting the weight. So as you start to bend your knees, you're resisting that spring tension, pulling in, hold it right there, and then exhale, we're gonna press it out. Beautiful. And then inhale to back in. And we're gonna continue with this. So this is not foreign to you, so you know the drill here with our footwork. And the goal is like, as we continue with each repetition, we're just like continuing to build up that tension here as well.
Okay.
Beautiful. So what I'm looking at is what's happening to your feet. I'm gonna place my hands on the bottom of your soles here, okay? And I want you to maintain contact with my hands as you work through this, which should feel like it changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to require you to work through your ankles and your calves a lot more. And as I was saying prior to us starting our session, I wanted to work on more of this right side on you for your ankle. Yes, and it's almost like, continue here, I'm gonna let my hands go. Like if we're able to push out a little bit more with this right leg, how does that actually feel?
I definitely feel like the muscle's activating when I do that.
Where?
Kind of like on the top, like upper thigh, knee area.
Okay. Which is good because you had like a micro bend to it, and I was like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
Nice. And I want you to think about getting a little heavier in your left hip, which is interesting because you were saying that earlier that you felt more on your left side.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more of that hip rotation occurring on that left side. So it's gonna make you think about, okay, I need to press down more in order to stretch this out.
Okay.
And we're gonna, I'll continue to remind you. Come back in, let's go down to your toes. Good, and then let's challenge you into a nice high-heeled position, beautiful, and exhale, press on out. Good, and back in. Do you feel like you have a good grip of the bar with your toes?
Yeah, no, that feels good.
Nice. Good, pressing and then returning. Good, and think about even just getting a little bit more weighted in your tailbone.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that when you get heavier through your tailbone, it's going to require you also to get more deeper and connected into your abdominal muscles.
Okay.
Good. Focus on that breath. And actually move your right toes down a little bit more. There you go. There we go. Beautiful. So think about equal weight distribution in your feet here, which can be hard to do, especially if we try to favor one side or the other.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do this 2 more times. We're exhaling to press out and we're inhaling to return. Last one. Good. And hold it there. Let's go ahead and drop your heels underneath. I'm going to give you a little stretch here, okay?
Okay.
So this should feel nice.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm going to tug a little bit more on your left side right now to get longer.
Okay.
And then I'm going to release that grip and I'm going to tug a little bit more on your right side to get longer. And then I'm going to go both at the same time. And then let's lift those heels back up. Let's bend your knees and come back in. So keep your toes where they're at, connect your heels. We're going to go into Pilates V. And you already have a natural wide turnout. So I'm going to challenge you here to keep your knees in line with your shoulders so that we can narrow the frame here, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to exhale, press out. So we're activating through those inner thighs. That's going to be the main target here. And one of the things that, again, that should be very clear is like, we do footwork for mainly like everyone, right?
Yeah.
It really depends on which apparatus like we're doing the footwork on. So if someone had a history of vertigo, probably not going to use the reformer on them.
Okay.
I would probably want to use like the chair because it's more stable and steady. Or I would do, because any type of vertigo, if you're lying on your back and you're moving, it like gets worse.
Okay.
But all in all, when we do footwork, we're thinking about strengthening the ankles, the knees, and the hips. The muscle focus does change a little bit depending on the apparatus that we're doing.
Okay.
But for you specifically today on reformer, we are targeting your thighs, so quads and hamstrings here. So that's what I want you to be like thinking about as you're going through this. Good. Let's take it for 2 more times. Excellent. Last one. Hold it right there. I'm going to challenge you to drop your heels under, but keep those heels connected and then lift your heels back up and then super slow to lower back down again. And then super slow to lift back up and then drop it back down. Continue here. And because we're doing such a different variation than our parallel stance, it's going to be, you're going to notice some weaker muscles activating as well.
Yeah.
Good. All for the greater good.
Yeah.
And let's drop it for 3 and 2. Try to push your left hip down a little bit more. There you go. And 1. Lift both heels up, hold. You can bend your knees and return back in again. Okay, we're gonna move your heels back on the foot bar. We'll go out wider. Okay, so we'll go into that wide stance and flex your feet. And the knees again will be in line with your shoulders. I like that. And then press on out. Yes. So again, as you continue with this, we're taking into consideration tailbone heavy. For you specifically, left hip is pressing down into the mat more than the right side. And then we're just trying to open up through the shoulders, allowing your collarbone to breathe. Yes. Equal weight distribution as you're pressing out and trying to gradually eliminate the rocking through your ankles.
Okay.
Yes. And it's like if you kind of just take what I said on repeat and you think about those things, it's going to help you create more internal awareness of your body.
Okay.
Even when you're like doing your own personal practice.
Yeah.
Good. Think of that exhale, pressing out. Inhale to resist to pull in, holding, just hovering off that stopper. Let's go 2 more times. And last one. And bring it back in again. Good. Let's come down to your toes, stay in the wide position here.
Okay.
Elevating your heels. That's it. Bring the knees in a little bit more. Beautiful. And then exhale, push out to straight legs. And return back in. And extend. So because you've been doing Pilates for at least a minimum of 2 years on the reformer, I'm gonna treat this more like an intermediate session because it's not you're not brand new to it. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll do, we'll incorporate some of those full body work exercises and as you build stamina and flow through each transition, we're gonna challenge your form, which is gonna be really important for you because you have that natural anterior pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
So we will focus on that as we're strengthening through your abs and hopefully releasing some of the tension and tightness through your low back too. Good. Let's take it here, another 3. Again, equal weight distribution, so important through the feet. And 2. Did you dance at all as a kid or anything like that?
No, but I did volleyball, so that's why my ankle's a little weaker.
Well, you have a natural tendency to hold a nice, good height too.
Okay.
So that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Beautiful, come back in again. And then let's go back to the center and we're gonna continue with our calf raises, but I'm gonna have your big toes come together. Yeah, so they're gonna touch.
Okay.
It's gonna feel really awkward right now, okay?
Yeah.
And then go ahead and push out to 2 straight legs. And we're going to do your calf raises in this internally rotated position, okay? So super slow, take your time, dropping your heels under, and then slowly returning them back up again. Good, and then super slow to lower. Does this bother your left side at all?
No, it feels okay right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And drop under and lift up. Good. Again, thinking about the height equally on both sides of your heels, which you are doing a really good job of. And let's go for another 3. Good. Tailbone heavy, abs are drawn in. 2. And 1. Hold it right there. Now you're gonna go ahead and just start to bring your heels together. Drop both heels underneath. Separate them again. Lift up.
Okay.
Bring your heels together. Lower them. Separate. So we're building on that tiny burning sensation. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's good. We're not gonna overdo it, but I want you to feel a little bit of that challenge as we are just kind of developing this new sense for your muscles there and your ankles. So 2 more.
Yeah, I definitely feel it on the right side.
Yep. And last time. Good. And then let's lift both your heels up. Let's bring you back in again. Good. I want to do some single leg work with you because of that right side wanting to do its own thing a little bit.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start with your heels back on top of the foot bar. So I like to align you first, and then we're gonna keep your right leg where it's at. Left leg's gonna go into tabletop, okay? Just like that, flex your foot for me. All right, beautiful. Now we're going to add some coordination. So this is going to stay over. So abs are automatically kicked in.
Okay.
And as you push out with your right leg, you're going to bend your right knee or your left knee in towards tabletop. And then you're going to reach over the bar. There you go. So I want you to think about your left side being very energetic here, all right? Okay. So as you reach through your toes, it's an intentional reach. Yes. And you're hovering that leg, which is requiring your abdominals to hold your leg. So think of your abs holding your leg.
Okay.
Being very supported by the carriage underneath you. Beautiful. That looks really nice. Think of hip stability here as you extend. And let's go for 5. And 4. Try to eliminate the rocking on your right ankle. 3. 2. And 1. Let's bring it in halfway. Hold it right there. Little pulses on that left side, okay? Just so minimal, like you're barely moving the carriage
with
here.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And again, think of moving from the top of your knee. So what we're doing is that this sensation will build right above here, but it's helping to strengthen your knees here, okay? Flex the foot. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, return, come all the way back in again, and switching sides. So left heel goes on, and we're gonna extend that right leg over the foot bar. So new ways to feel this in our body. So when you're ready, go ahead and press on out, bending that leg and returning. So I'm glancing to make sure your alignment looks good here. And look at, you're already moving faster on this side. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, it feels much easier.
We're gonna slow you down. Hang on a second, okay? I wanna move this foot over a little bit to the left.
Okay.
And that's like a natural thing you'll see with clients too. It's like when they start moving faster, you know, like, okay, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and press out. Good, stay in contact with my hand and reach. So we're gonna challenge your left side a little bit there as it maintains that contact. Press that left hip down. And again, very energetic on that right side. Beautiful. It's the abdominals pulling the leg into the tabletop and naturally elongating it.
Okay.
You got it. And take it for 4 and 3. All you. 2 and 1. Good, and bring it back in. Okay, one more variation. We're gonna go down to our toes.
Okay.
And I'm still gonna challenge you with the coordination aspect to it. So let's start by aligning you first. So toes are on, and we're gonna go back to that right side. But now the left leg is gonna start back over again. So before you were bending it back to tabletop, this time I'm gonna have you kick it up towards the ceiling, okay? So when you do that, I'm gonna have you flex your foot and then you're gonna point your toes to go down.
Okay.
So lots of things happening there, okay? So when you're ready there, Taylor, go ahead and push out with your right side, lift your left leg up, flex, and then point your toes to go over. Good. And this way you're getting a nice stretch through your hamstring.
Yeah.
So a lot of things going on. And point. Challenge your right heel to stay lifted. So if you need to move your toes down to get a better grip, that's it. And reach and point. And flex and point. And flex. Beautiful. Think of this energy coming out through your left heel. Good. And I just am noticing now, but I do see a little bit of more of like a higher arch in your foot too.
Okay.
So do you notice like in your shoes, like if you have a tendency to put more pressure on the outside of your feet or the inside?
I haven't really noticed before. I've never really thought about it.
It's such a fun little game. Like when you look at your sneakers, you're like, oh yeah, that's where all the indentation is.
Yeah.
Like when you can
That's a good
actually see
idea.
it. Good, last time. And back in. Okay, switching sides. So left toes are on. Again, this was the one that wanted to move in, so I'm gonna move you back out.
Okay.
Okay, right side is over.
And
Beautiful.
starts up.
We're gonna start over,
down.
hovering.
Okay.
There you go. So inhale and exhale there, and then back in again. Oh yeah, this one is a little bit trickier. So think of your toes resting on that foot bar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place my hand right here. I want you to press the outside of your ankle into my hand.
Okay.
I can feel the shakiness there.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm tracking you more so that your ankle's in line with your knee in line with your hip, which it's not used to.
Yeah. I definitely feel it working more.
And can I challenge you to push out all the way? Yes, there you go. See, when it shakes, we know we're doing this. This is like medicine to the body. Good, 3 more. Beautiful, keeping that alignment. 2, and 1. And back in again. Good, nice work there. Okay, let's just take your hands to the pegs for me. I'm gonna have you just kind of sway your knees from left to right to get a little stretch.
Okay.
From here. And then let's go ahead and hold your legs to one side for me. I'm gonna add on extra light, so a yellow spring. So we have a medium and an extra light on right now, okay? And I'm gonna have you grab a hold of your handles. We're gonna transition into our abdominal series. So these are right there. Yep, and I'll keep the loop on.
Thank you.
Go ahead, take your hands straight up for me. Just do a double check here. How do the handles feel like? Do they feel like they're even?
Yeah, they feel good.
Okay, beautiful. Let's do fingertips towards the ceiling. And then let's take one leg up to tabletop and then let's match it. Perfect. So hug your knees together, point out through your toes. And then for you, I want you to press into my hand.
Okay.
Yes, do you feel the difference there?
Yeah.
Can we try to create this the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna release my hand here and you're gonna begin to just drop your arms down beside you, just like that, and then floating them back up again. Again, your focus is to intentionally keep that neutral position of your pelvis so that we're not creating an arch in the back. Nice. Think really long arms here. Yes. And where is this developing the work from? I want you to think about it coming from underneath your armpit, wrapped around into your back.
Okay.
That's where we're facilitating the movement pattern. Yes. That looks really good. Good. Knitting those ribs. Exhale, pressing down. 3. And 2. Good. One more time for me. Let's pause right there, hovering those arms over, reach your fingertips longer, curl your head and chest up for me. Beautiful. So holding that position, I'm gonna have you just begin to, this is a mat exercise, we're gonna lower both legs and then lift both legs up. Your eyesight is on your belly button, so curl up a little higher. Beautiful, I love that. And let's drop it here for 3. So we're getting very abdominal focused.
Okay.
2, good, shoulders are down, breathing through it. Last time, bring it back to tabletop, hold it right there, arms are coming up, head gets to go down. Yes, good, hold it right there, arms are out to a T, and we're gonna pull those arms in towards our hips, and then back out to a T. So like taking inventory one more time, drop your low back in, because that's the thing is when, especially with that anterior pelvic tilt, there's a natural tendency to create an arch in the back. So we as instructors want to constantly repeat to the client so that they remember all the time to stay deep and connected. Good, nice and slow. Again, same idea where we're facilitating the movement. It's right here through your lats.
Okay.
Nice. We'll take it nice and slow for 3. And exhale, 2. One more. Hold it right there. You're gonna bring your head and your chest up for me. Eyesight down on your belly button. Extend your right leg out. Hold, lift the leg up for me. Just the right leg.
Oh.
Yep, so you can keep your tabletop.
Okay.
So straight leg here. You're gonna lower and then lift. 4. Good, eyesight on the belly button. 3, you got it. Exhale, 2. Shoulders down, away from those ears. 1, take the right leg in a tabletop. Extend the left leg. We're dropping down for 4. You got it. And 3, hovering those arms. And 2, navel in towards the carriage. And 1, back to tabletop, lower everything back down, arms come up. Rest your feet for just a sec here. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go into an oblique series, okay? So dropping your left handle onto the peg for me. So you're gonna take your left hand into the handle and your right hand's gonna go on top, all right? So it's a very oblique focus exercise. You're gonna take your leg one at a time into tabletop, just like that. Good. And then from here, arms are straight. So the rotation here, Taylor, is gonna be over to the right-hand side, all right? And then you're gonna lower back down again. Reach your fingertips for me so that you're not gripping. And I'm gonna have you extend your right leg out as you rotate up and then bend to come back down. Super slow. Let's take it for 4 and 3 and 2. You got it. 1 more. And rest and come back down. Beautiful. So I'm not doing as many repetitions with you because this is a heavier weight, right? So I'm gonna have you lower that handle down. Let's grab the other handle. And let's go ahead, right hand goes in, left hand on top. Legs in tabletop. So when you rotate, we're gonna extend out that left leg. And it's a new side, so it's like, okay, how is this feeling in my body here? And let's slow it down. So we're gonna go a little bit more intentional. Yes, and that's where the heat honestly starts to build up here. 3 2, last one, and bring it back in. Good, go ahead and hang that up for me. Excellent. And we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna have you sit up. We're gonna change out your handles into your loops.
Okay.
And we're gonna go into some single leg work here. So I reduce it down to a medium spring. And once you've done that, I'm gonna have you lie down on your back again.
Okay.
And I'm challenging you with a little unilateral stuff today because I wanna see how that right side does.
Okay.
Because it wants to compensate.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with your right side. So grab a hold of your loop for me.
Okay.
Feet are on the foot bar. You can go ahead and carefully press on out and place your foot into the right loop.
Okay.
And we're gonna go ahead and find this leg in the tabletop. So from here, flex both your feet. I want you to imagine that you have a strap on your left arch of your foot as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you press out to 2 straight legs and then right back in again. So as you're going through these movement patterns, let's go ahead and play this again. So abs are drawn in, your knees are just going to come in right over the hips, so right about there.
Okay.
So that we can build that inner thigh focus. Good. And really the leg that's working the hardest is going to be your left side.
Yeah.
Because it's not supported.
Yeah. I definitely feel like in my outer thighs.
Press out and back in. Good. We're gonna take it for 2 and 1. Hold it right there. Good. Bring both legs straight up towards the ceiling. Exhale to press down. So this is hip strengthening that we're doing.
Okay.
Doesn't feel that great right now, right? It's like, this is work. So I want you to think about, again, I'm gonna say this so many times, but the work is coming right here from your midsection, okay? So yeah, even if you have your hands there as a little reminder to navigate the speed of your legs, that is beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel my lower back keeps wanting to come up also.
Yeah, and that's good that you notice that, because wherever you feel like it's starting to lift, you know you've hit your stopping point. So like, let's say right about there, and maybe that lessens the range of motion, but it does also make you feel more of what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
So 2 more. Hold nice and slow. Last time. And bring it back up again. Good, just like that. Go ahead and take your feet back down to the foot bar. Okay. You're gonna remove this and I'm gonna have you place it in your left foot.
Okay.
So it's gonna feel very different because it's like this access point that is crossing over your midline. So it's gonna wanna pull you in one direction. So it's requiring your obliques to work harder, okay? So let's go ahead and find your legs in tabletop. Right leg's gonna stay in tabletop. Left leg's gonna go up towards the ceiling. Exhale, straight leg down. Good, nice and slow. So hold it right there. This, yes, it's going to naturally just pause right there and then bring it back up again. Left side's gonna push down into the reformer, into the carriage, and then right back up again. Good, nice and slow, point out, hold, bring it back up. And take it down for 2. And 1 more. And back up again, hold it. Take your right ankle around your left. Yes, you're crossing it over, straight leg if you can. Perfect. Like again, you're going right into your midline. You're gonna lower both legs down for me. And then back up. And think again that you're pulling your belly button away from your t-shirt as you're doing these exercises. 5 and 4. You got it. Focus on that breath. 3. Nice. 2. Trying to create equal symmetry there with the hips. And last time. And return back up again. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and find that right foot on the foot bar. And we're gonna go ahead and change out into your other loop.
Okay.
So now, left side's still working.
Okay.
And from here, we're gonna go in again. Again, just taking that moment to listen to your body. Tailbone is heavy, low back is engaged, abs are drawn in. Push out to 2 straight legs. and then return back in. Super slow, super controlled. Good. And again, when you think about like the carriage there supporting you, holding you in space, like it's really about how to navigate each of the mechanics at this point. Good. Try to flex your right foot. Yes. Let's take it for another 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. We're gonna bring both legs up, super slow, press it back down. And bring it up. And super slow, pressing it back down. Again, think of pushing your low back into the mat. And up. For 3. And 2. Beautiful. Last time. And return back up again. Good. Find your foot bar here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna switch you out. Okay, so we're gonna take that loop and place it in your right foot this time.
Okay.
How are we feeling so far?
This side seems to be a little easier.
Before we head to that variation, we're gonna do the tabletop one first. Yeah. So holding it right there again, very energetic through that leg. All right. So the leg's gonna go straight up for me and then just lower back down. Yes. Actually, we bent and straightened, right? We bend and straighten first.
Okay.
Extend. I got ahead of myself there. And extend. There. So again, think of leading out through your heel and try to relax your toes. So can you point your toes up towards the ceiling? Yes. Okay. And then leading through there. What I like about that is it helps to activate the back side of the leg.
Okay.
Not sure if you feel it, but.
Yeah, no, I feel it in the back of my thigh.
Okay. Good. Take it for another 3. And 2. Good. One more time. Beautiful. Hold it and bring the leg straight up for me. This is where you're going to wrap the left ankle over the right ankle.
Okay.
Other way. So you're going to.
Oh, other way.
Yep. So it's supported by that right side. Okay. We're going to go in one long line, press it down, and right back up. So let's see here. So on this side, it's like the left side wants to pull you to the left. So can you sway your hips to the right a little bit? Like literally move your hips to the right. So legs come straight up for me. Okay. Hold it right there. Now, yes, there you go. So try to maintain that as best as possible as you lower and lift. Okay. Can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
And I mean, and these are all great things, like to hit those challenge spots so that we know how to like take care of our body and identify like where we need more symmetry. Good. Do you play any sports or anything?
I used to do volleyball, but just Pilates now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nice and easy. Let's take it here for another 2. Good. Abs are drawn in, slowing things down. Last time. And then return. Awesome. Okay, let's carefully remove that. I want to add another spring, but hang on to your loop for me. So find your foot bar right away. And we're going to go into short spine here, okay? Okay. So because this is a spinal articulation exercise, I want head rest down, so lift your head for me. There you go. And then you can place that into your left foot.
Okay.
And then once you're ready, the right loop can go in. Okay. So with short spine, I want to make sure you have some wiggle room. So let's bring your shoulders away from the shoulder blocks. That's good enough right there. Okay, heels together, toes apart in this exercise. So we start in frog. Okay. You're gonna go ahead and inhale to prepare. Exhale, press out towards my hand. Hold. Now we're gonna carefully start to hinge from your hips, starting to bring your legs up and over, but try to go slow here until you can't go any further without your tailbone wanting to lift up, okay?
Okay.
So it's gonna depend on your hamstrings, how tight they are. But as we start to pull in, your tailbone will naturally lift up, but don't energetically like lift it up, okay?
Okay.
So coming in nice and slow, and that's probably right for you, your stopping point. So this is where your toes will come straight up. So using your arms to support you, you're lifting up, holding, bend your knees back into frog. Knees are is lined with your shoulders, and then roll your spine down. Beautiful.
Okay.
And what's so good about this exercise for you is that it is helping to spread the muscles along the spine so that you're getting that deep elongation.
Okay.
Good. Abdominals are controlling the speed here. So as you pull in and engage, you're going to navigate your speed a lot better. Good. Hold it, bend super slow, pause, pause, pause. Think of your spine dropping down one piece at a time. Tailbone touches and we press out.
Okay.
Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Reach it over, lift, we bend the knees, and then the tailbone drops. We lost it on that one. Press out. Nice and slow, the legs come over. We lift, hold. You're on your shoulder blades. You're gonna bend your knees down and lower the spine. Good, very nice. One more time on your own there.
Okay.
Nice and easy. Lifting, bending, and lowering. Beautiful. Okay, let's remove the loop out and find your foot bar again. And
From
then you can
both feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then go ahead, Taylor, you can come up to one side. And I'm gonna have you go into, we're gonna do an active Eve's lunge stretch, but I wanna focus on the activity because I wanna balance with you.
Okay.
So you're gonna stand up straight. You're gonna stay on that right side and then turning to face the foot bar. Let's begin with your right foot where the bolt is. You see that where that's at? It doesn't have to be right up against the leg of the reformer, but I want it pretty close. And then your left side's gonna be up on top of the shoulder block.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and take it into genie arms. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead into a low lunge. Left knee's not going to touch or relax on the carriage, okay?
Okay.
So once you're ready, let's go ahead and press on out, bending into your right knee. That's it, that's it. Good, and then start super slow. We're gonna come right back up again. And I have you on that medium spring. Go ahead, lower it down because it will require you to do more of the work. Hold it right there. And we're gonna bend. So I'm looking at your hips and I'm gonna have you turn your left. Yes, there you go. Does that feel different?
Yeah, it does.
So actually on this next one, take a moment, hold it right there. Bring your right foot over to the right a little bit more. Yes, so you have more balance there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then start to lower down. Left hip is forward, right hip is back. Pressing equally through the bottom of your foot. We're gonna take it for 5. And then I'm watching your knee over your ankle. Good. Squeeze into that right butt cheek to create more stability in your hips. Inhale, lower. Ooh, that's a good catch there. Think of the heaviness in your right heel because what's happening is it's wanting to lift.
Yeah.
Yes, does that feel different?
Yeah, it does.
2. You actually don't go down as far either. That's okay. And 1. Good. And now drop your knee down all the way for me. Take your hands to the foot bar. Just relax into it. So bending into your right knee a little bit more. Yes, right here. So stay in contact with my hand. Push out more with your left leg. And then push back a little bit this way. There you go. Now hold it right there. Drop your shoulders for me. Straight arms. We're gonna have you look straight into the mirror. Stay with my hand. So bring your knee forward right there. And then think of your left hip coming forward, right hip going back. Like rotate the hips. So come back right here. I'll do it for you. So as you maintain this position, we're gonna go ahead. Shoulders are gonna drop, arms are gonna stay straight. We're gonna go ahead and take, yes, that's the positioning. Okay. So it's really nice when you have the mirror to take advantage of, but I want you to like feel that in your body too. And then we're gonna naturally go into your hamstring stretch. So straighten out your right leg and press on out. And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that right hip and move that foot back in again. It wants to escape. So think of the right foot coming in a little bit more to the leg of the reformer. That's it.
Okay.
Right here. Drop that down. Puff your chest up a little bit. Beautiful. Do you feel the difference there?
Yeah.
So it should feel like it's like in the belly of the hamstring.
Yeah.
Good. And then let's go ahead and bring you back in again. Okay. Let's take you to the other side.
Okay.
We're going to go for your balancing, your active balancing first.
Okay.
And let's see, moving your left foot over to the left a little bit for balance.
Okay.
And a nice straight foot here. We're going to take it into your genie arms again.
Okay.
And then once you're ready, you're going to press on out. And I'm just going to let you naturally get into the flow first before I start making corrections. Good. Think of your weight shifting back, pushing through your left heel to feel like you are slowly exploding upward, squeezing into that left glute for me. Yes. Beautiful job. Take it for another 4. Abs are drawn in. 3. And this is where you have a tendency to have more natural alignment, whereas the right side, a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Good. 1 more for me. And slow to come up. Take a hold of your foot bar, drop your right knee down, take it into that nice deep Eve's lunge stretch here. So arms are straight, shoulders are down, chest is lifted. Okay, just like this. Try to have elbows straight. Yes, there you go. And then we're going to drop that left hip. Keep the knee bent if you can without moving it to the left.
Okay.
So yeah, bring it forward a little bit more. There you go. And as you bend into it, again, I'm just going to try to steer you with your hips here. Good. Chest is up. Drop your chin slightly. There you are. And can you feel this at all? I'm going to just kind of shift you over here.
Yeah, I feel it back here.
Okay. So bring your knees slightly over your ankle. Right there. Because I want you to, this is not supposed to feel it like in the left side.
Yeah.
I really want the right hip to feel it and the right quad to feel it.
Yeah, it feels better now that I've brought my knee forward a little bit.
So yeah, when you like think about when you're teaching that too, it's like, okay, what am I watching for? Okay, if they're feeling that, I know I need to look for the knee over the ankle. Good, let's take it to your hamstring stretch. So take it up again. Let's drop those hips over this way. There you go. And again, that left side's not as tight as your right side is. Again, I really feel that's just because of the compensation from that previous injury.
Yeah.
Good. And then let's go ahead and bring you back in. Okay, so let's have a seat here and we're gonna go into a little bit of stomach massage in our flat back position, okay? So we'll challenge you a tiny bit. Flat, actually you're gonna be sitting on this one.
Okay.
I know it's kind of flat back, meaning you are gonna be nice and tall here.
Okay.
Hands are gonna go to the shoulder blocks. So when you're holding onto them, you're gonna have fingertips facing you. Let's take the toes back to the foot bar, just like that. And let's go heels together, toes apart, right? So I'm gonna have you move your hips all the way towards me. It's gonna feel really unnatural here.
Yeah.
You're like, what is happening? But the goal is that you're gonna puff your chest up so that you can feel that shoulder stretch, okay?
Yeah.
So how are we doing?
It feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, abs are engaged, low back is engaged, press to 2 straight legs, keeping your heels together. Hold it right there, Taylor. Can you slowly drop your heels under the foot bar? Lift your heels up, bend your knees to come back in. This requires work, like it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Press out for me. Drop your heels under, lift your heels up, bend your knees. Good, roll your shoulders back a little bit more. You got it, yes, 3 more just like that. Try to maintain that form. Good. And breathe. Every single time it's like a natural check-in where the shoulders are dropping, the abs are driving in. Good, last time. And bring it back in. Good, hold it there. Can you keep your tailbone where you're at? Bring your arms out in front of you for balance. Yes, same idea. Puff that chest up, get long through your spine. You're gonna press out. Can we drop the heels under without losing it? Lift the heels, get a little bit taller as you bend back in. Beautiful, 4 more like that. So we're encouraging a nice long spine. We're strengthening all the muscles there of the spine. And lift up a little. Abs are really playing a huge part here. Good, pressing 2. And 1 more time. And return and come back in. Beautiful job. Go ahead and straddle again on that carriage. And just like we did in the beginning, take your hands to the foot bar and just send your body over just to breathe and open up that low back for me. Okay, how are the hip flexors doing? Because I know that's like a lot of demand there on the hip flexors.
They feel okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
we're gonna transition into little arm work. So I'm gonna have you turn yourself around. So you're gonna face the back of the reformer. You're gonna come to your knees. And I'm gonna reduce the tension. So very carefully grab a hold of your ropes here, where the black padding is at there, yes. Okay, so the knees are supported by the shoulder blocks, okay? Yeah. So shoulders are back. I'm gonna have you start to very slowly, with 2 straight arms, you're gonna pull your arms back for your chest expansion, and very slowly you're starting to release your arms. Let's pay attention to the wrist though, okay? So a nice long wrist as you pull back, and very slow to come forward. Good, drop your chin slightly. There you go, you're looking right at that wooden bar.
Okay.
Yes, and then we're activating through here. So draw your abs into my hand, beautiful. Try to maintain that position. And again, we're thinking triceps, we're thinking back muscles being activated as we stretch out the chest here. Let's take it for another 3, and drop, and 2. Good, drop it here. Yep, this is kind of where you want to live right now.
Yeah.
And hold. So we don't have to go back as far, honestly.
Okay.
1 more time. Drop those first. Slowly pull back with the arms. Hold right there. Good. And then lower. These definitely want to take over a lot of like what you're doing. So we want to train the neck muscles to just completely be out of the picture here.
Okay.
And then relax it there. Okay. Let's add in your thigh stretch. Okay. So what this is going to do is you're going to pull your arms straight back. Pause, push your knuckles to the floor. Yes. From your knees, you're gonna hinge your body backwards. So without pushing your hips back. Yes, that's it. Hold it. Now you're using your abs and your quads to return back up really slowly. You got it. Pull the arms straight back. Hold from your knees. You're playing that game of trust. Hold, take a breath. Using your abs and your quads to return back up again. Yes. Again, 2 more times. We pull back. Good. Abs are in. Tuck your tailbone under. Yes. Using that imaginary string to pull you up. 1 more time. Let's pull straight back. Hinge. Push those knuckles down. You got it. Yes, the shake. That's when you know you did it correctly. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and have you scoot back a tiny bit for me. Grab a hold of your loops. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And I'm gonna have you hinge back a little bit more. So tuck that tailbone. Let's really play with that tailbone tucked under. Palms are out in front of you, and we're gonna go into a bicep curl. Just like so. Hold it right there. Abs are drawn in. Super slow. Start to release it right there and pull right back out. So you're co-contracting with your bicep and your tricep here. And we're paying attention to the pelvis without leaning back. So bring your chest forward a little bit more and pull your abs. Yes. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah.
I love it. Form is great. That's it. 4 more just like that. Try not to lose it. Pull those abs in. 3. And exhale. 2. All you. Good. 1 more time. Perfect. And then relax it there. Good. Okay. Hang this one up for me. Take your right foot in the center of the headrest, just like that, and you're going to navigate your left knee to face the camera, okay? And then you're going to basically be looking this direction. So your left knee is going to come towards me a little bit more so we can square out your hips and you can have better balance.
Yeah.
So once you're ready here, let's take, actually I wanna bring your knee back a little bit. So think of bringing it back and then turn your ankle this way. Okay. Let's interlace the hands here with your strap. All right, we're gonna go into our rotation here. So nice and tall, you're going to rotate through the spine as you twist to the left, hold, and then slowly come back through center, pause. And we rotate over to the left. So this is here for balance. I'm gonna have you really push this foot down. So walk it forward. Keep that heel pressing downward.
Okay.
And this is challenging you for sure.
Yeah.
I love it, you're doing great. Keep those abs in, stabilize through your quad, keeping that heel pressure down. And take it for another 3. You got it. And 2. 1 more. And release it. Beautiful. Other side. Carefully go ahead and turn yourself around. You're going to place your left foot into the headrest here. You're going to swivel your right knee so it's facing the function side.
Okay.
So right knee is facing this way, and then your foot will just track along with it. Perfect. That's what I like. Okay, so very carefully interlacing those hands, get a good grip. Nice and easy, we're gonna start to rotate to the right. So new side, and I'm gonna play with your foot here a little bit. So turn that, so it's parallel and straight. Keep that pressure in your heel and try not to move through the leg. Everything is occurring from the rotation of the spine. Just an added bonus, the obliques are getting to play with this.
Okay.
Good, take it for 5. Nice and easy. 4, tuck your tailbone underneath a little bit. There you go, yes. 3, 2, and 1. And relax it. Beautiful. Okay, set that down and we're going to go into a extension exercise here. How are we doing?
Good.
Good? Okay. So we're going to go into our frame pull. And I like the frame pull for you because we're gonna really lighten up the load so that you can focus thoroughly on extension.
Okay.
It's not gonna feel heavy whatsoever, but I really wanna get you into extension mode here so that we can stretch your low back and also get more strengthening in the upper part of the back here, okay? So you're on your stomach, you're gonna face the back of the reformer. Chest is gonna be slightly off, okay? And the legs will be separated on this. Any type of extension work, we wanna keep those legs separated so we're not compressing the spine, even in mat exercises, okay? So let's take your hands up on top of the rails. Thumbs are on top, okay? Just so that they don't get caught here. Okay. Let's activate your thighs. So lifting your thighs slightly off the box, beautiful, point out through your toes, and very slowly here, Taylor, I'm gonna have you keep your arms straight, start to drag your body forward, lifting your chest up, hold. So think of the shoulders dropping, the activation through here, then lower everything back down again. And again, we're gonna go ahead and lift through the chest. Think of the shoulder blades running down your back pockets and lower back down. So everything's really looking good. I'm just gonna have you keep your eyesight on the floor, okay? So drop your chin slightly. Yes, because we're looking to keep the cervical spine in line with the rest of the body here. Okay. Lift, thighs are activated, and down. Lower the chest. Intentionally lift the chest, straight arms, straight arms, straight arms, and down. 2 more like that. Can you feel the stretch in your low back?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, lift, lift, lift. So good for the anterior pelvic tilt, this type of extension work for you. And last time, lift, 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 straight arms, and then lower back down. Let's take it into a child's pose. So very carefully on the box, come into a child's pose where you're on your knees. You can rest your hips back onto your ankles and just stretch it out. I'm gonna put a little pressure here too, so that you can feel that stretch occurring as well. That okay on your knees?
Yeah.
And your ankles? Good. Nice and heavy here. Really nice way to end your clients, so they can feel that extra like little attention, especially if you're doing private sessions with them. And then very carefully exit off to your right hand side. Okay, let's walk you over right around here. We're gonna do a couple roll downs, okay?
Okay.
So let's look at the feet here, so we're parallel. And I'm gonna have you bring your arms straight up, and you're going to dive yourself into the well. So fingertips are reaching. Let your body hang heavy here. Yes, as far as it wants to go. And then so slowly start to restack the spine up piece by piece. Shoulder roll it back, exhale. One more time. Bring those arms up. We're gonna dive ourselves down, fingertips into the well. Yes, naturally sink in a little bit more. And then pressing through your feet, begin to restack your spine. Shoulder roll it back, and big exhalation there. And relax. How are we doing?
Good.
Good. How's the low back feeling?
It feels okay.
Yeah. Does it feel like it's stretched out a little bit?
No, it feels stretched out. It feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Abs are feeling warmed up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Everything feels good.